Hi guys, it's Rike here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. Also, if you're interested in book recommendations, keep watching. And if you're wondering how all of this goes together, you also keep watching. Today is another installment of books and activewear. If you haven't heard of that, this is a series of videos where I talk to you about some books I recently read or am reading, and I try to match my activewear outfits to the book covers, because book covers are great inspirations for activewear outfits, in case you didn't know that. If you're interested in any of the other videos in this series, I can link my playlist up here because, you know, you want more book recommendations, you want to hear more about books or activewear, outfit ideas, inspiration, you can go and check that out there. I've also recently done some books and swimwear, because yes, that also works, and I can link that particular video up here. There's going to be more of that in the future too, but for now, today, it's books and activewear. So I usually do have 3 books for you, and we also do have 3 books today, so 3 books, 3 outfits. That's what we're doing, and because Halloween is coming, it is upon us, I figured, I know it's not very spooky right now because it's very bright outside. Today is such a nice autumn day, which is great. And I will have to go outside to do some yard work very soon. Because when the sun is creeping up around here, all of a sudden, you know, it becomes really, really bad for filming anyway. So that's okay. But yes, so we have some more spooky books. They're not very spooky. I'm not that big into horror books, into the horror genre. So slightly spooky books with some supernatural elements. And I have 3 of those today. So yes, that's what we're doing. I know it's very close to Halloween, so you might not be able to read them all, but maybe you can read one before. We will start off with The Village Library Demon Hunting Society by C.M. Waggoner. Now, this book was like a random book I picked recently, or actually I didn't even pick that out. I went to Sweden recently. I also did post a little haul, so the book's actually in there. I can link that up here too. So I went to the bookstores there because I have some favorite bookstores in Gothenburg in Sweden because I used to live there, and then sometimes I think it's fun to ask my boyfriend to pick a book for me, and that's the one he picked, and it kind of looked fun. I like the cover, I like the colors, which is also why I picked this for a video today, but also it has some supernatural elements. So it is actually a cozy supernatural murder mystery, I guess, which is kind of a fun genre. So we do have a librarian. She's kind of in her mid-60s. Her name is Sherry. Oh, excuse me. And she lives in a small town somewhere in New York State. And she helps the local sheriff with solving some of the murders. But she's also kind of, sometimes she's like, isn't that weird? There's been a lot of murders recently. How many? And then she like just loses that train of thought and just continues. Because the demon is doing that, you know. And then someone gets murdered again. So she solves that murder in like 2 days. And then her boyfriend gets murdered. And then all of a sudden she doesn't feel like she wants to investigate. But like, the demon wants her to investigate, so he sends people to like terrorize her to investigate, and then she's like, oh heck, okay, this is a demon we're dealing with. And then there's a new parish priest in the town as well. So she asks him for help, and she has some friends there too, and they're trying to get rid of the demon, solve the murder, all these kind of things, and it's kind of fun. So yeah, I thought it was quite cozy, quite fun. I kind of read this in like 2.5 days. You could also do it faster if you have more time. But and I like the cover. So this was actually a good one. I am kind of hoping there'll be a continuation, a second book in the series. It's not a series yet, but it could be one, because it's kind of been hinting at the end that, you know, there's a vampire problem in another town somewhere else. So maybe the next installment of this is going to be Sherry and her friends going to that town and trying to slay some vampires. I don't know. But yeah. We have this book, and let's go talk about the outfit. Or let's not go, let's continue and talk about the outfit. I have 3 pieces, and I think, you know, the 3 pieces kind of match the cover very well. I feel like I did a great job. You know how I pick the colors for my outfits? I take the book and I literally just go look at the sports bras, hold them up against the cover, look at the leggings, hold them up against the cover. Sometimes I just go through my piles of leggings and I'm like, which one is it? So this is how I do it. Anyway, 3 pieces. Let's start talking about the tops. So first the sports bra, and then we continue with the rest. So this one is a cute sports bra from Cleo Harper. Cleo Harper is an Australian activewear brand. I forgot the name of the sports bra, but you'll find the information on the screen. We do have a little zipper here, nice seam detailing that's flattering. And then we also do have a wide elastic under the chest, but you don't have a seam for that on the outside, just on the inside. And then thicker straps that crisscross in the back, and the back is very, very simple, nice and open. And we do have a little bit of a metal plaque or metal like plate detailing here that says Cleo Harper. This is our sports bra. I was kind of really trying to find like a good pink that would fit with the font there, the author's name, or the cat. But like it was really hard, so I figured this one was actually coming quite close. And it's a cute one. I really like this one. Fabric-wise, we have 73% polyester and 27% elastane. It is a performance fabric, sleek but soft. And Cleo Harper does really good sports bras, or they call them bralettes. And I recently reviewed another Cleo Harper launch. But anyway, I can just link my whole Cleo Harper playlist up here and you can check it out. But yeah, they're a nice brand. They're not super cheap, but worth it. Anyway, this is our sports bra. Then I figured we need some yellow because the yellow is kind of plays a main role on the cover as well. And for that, I got this wrap top, shape seamless wrap top from Eamon. This one is in their mellow yellow color, which is not like the brightest yellow. It's a little muted, and I figure that kind of works very, very well for the yellow on the cover here. It's made from their shape seamless fabric. I have a little bit of dirt on here, and I really don't know why. It might be, I hope this is not like color from like the pieces I stored it with, and it's really just dirt. But yeah, it's a light color, so it's always a little difficult because it looks a little bluish green. I don't know. But yeah, just disregard that. I'll see if that washes out. But mellow yellow, it's not like the brightest yellow. It's a little pastel-y, which again, perfect fit for this. And it is a wrap top. Wrap tops are all the craze right now, aren't they? They're everywhere. The shape seamless fabric is made from 92% polyamide and 8% elastane, if I remember correctly. I do. Ooh, look at me. And I got this in my normal size small. It's very stretchy, very lightweight. You don't need to size up for the arms or anything. And yeah, you have these 2 strings, ties, whatever, to tie around you. Because the wrap top, we have a silicone tone and tone logo here. And this launched earlier this year. Not sure if you can still get this in yellow, but the wrap top you can definitely get in other colors. And these 2 pieces make up our top portion. The pink is not as visible, but I think that kind of makes sense also with the cover. And then the leggings. I have these leggings from Goldenpoint that I got last year. So they're like a smaller, well, not a smaller brand, but they're an Italian brand actually. They do a lot of just pantyhoses, pantyhoses? Is that the plural of pantyhose? Anyway, tights, stuff like that. And I was really trying to find the perfect like bluish purple, and it was really difficult. So this is the closest I could get. It's the bluishest purplishest blue that I could find. Because again, I went through my stack of leggings and I held up the cover and I was like, which one? And it was this one. And these are kind of like a, lower compression, stretchy, like sleek but soft legging. They are made from, let me see, you have to tell me, 72% polyester and 28% elastane. I did get these in a size medium. Feel like a size small would have also been okay. But yeah, they're low compression, so up to you. We do not have a top seam, but we do have like an elastic, but only in the back, which is actually quite handy, I think. We do have a slight front seam, but it's like not super intense. There is not really a side seam detail, but we do have pockets. So there's side pockets here on both sides. And then in the back, just straight across boot seams, but the seams sit nice and high. And those are our leggings. Yeah, so I figured 3 colors. They all kind of do match our cover. Let's go, let's see it on. Okay, and here's the outfit for the Village Library Demon Hunting Society. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I got a lot of colors in, right? You can get a little bit of a peak of pink, which is also kind of what we have here. Peak of pink, that's kind of pinkish, purplish violet, but we get a peak. We have some yellow, and we have like kind of the bluish purple here of the main cover. The only thing that's kind of missing is this color, and I do have a very, very good candidate for that one in my mind, but yeah, I figured that's not the main color. So yeah, this is what we have. I feel like, you know, it's a good match. It's also a little cozy, like this cozy supernatural mystery. And let's talk about the pieces, shall we? Now, of course, you cannot see the sports bra so well, so I figured, you know, this is not the outfit, but I will show you the sports bra. Let me just take this off for a second. Okay, now you can see the sports bra. Now I also feel like though it's not like this is not kind of matching the cover as well. Like I really feel like the yellow is like a good highlight on there that we're missing now. So just keep in mind that's not our full outfit. I just want to show you the sports bra from Cleo Harper here. Definitely very flattering on the chest. We got the little zipper here. Nothing happens for me, at least. But yeah, definitely just a decorative zipper. It also does open a little bit, so it doesn't really lock in place. So just keep that in mind, but it also doesn't go all the way, right? So that's okay. We do have the nice flattering seam detailing, and then it's very like kind of like a seamless look here, but you do have a wide elastic on the inside. And yeah, removable cup pads, side cup coverage is okay, thicker straps. And then of course, they do crisscross in the back. I also actually do love the back of this one. And we do have like the Cleo Harper golden plaque plated thing here. And, you know, the elastic also goes all the way around. So that's our sports bra here, support-wise, light to medium support, maybe more of a light support. But yeah, it's flattering. It's cute. I like the color. And let's put our wrap top back on. Those are really, really in these days. So yeah, I will just quickly do that. Okay, so now I have the wrap top back on. Of course, it's not completely, it's not wrapped up yet, right? So let's do that together as well. I will show you how I try to do it because I'm not that good at wrap tops because I don't wear them very often. I don't have that many either. Like also like wrap skirts and stuff. I don't know, I never really got into that. But yeah, so you can kind of open this up more. You can also get it a little bit closed up. I still want a peek off the pink sports bra to match the cover. So this is how I'm gonna do it. And then, I don't know, you could just tie it in the front and be done with it. Or you could tie it in the back. Like, let's just do it in the front. Nah, let's do it in the back. I feel like in the back for me has been a little bit more, has been a little bit better. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not that good at this. I felt like I had a good wrap well before I took it off. But yeah, I mean, I had to show you the sports bra, so that's that. Anyway, here we go. And I'm just trying to tuck the part that I tied, the fabric under the part that I tied, kind of, because it looks a little bit ridiculous if it's doing this. So I'm trying to get that in there because it's not like, it's not the longest wrap top, so definitely there's a peak of skin showing for me. Oh, there you go. And I do have a longer torso, so that might not happen to you necessarily. Eamon has a lot of wrap tops now. And like I said, they're very in, so a lot of other brands do too. This one is in their Shape Seamless fabric, which is really, really comfy, very stretchy, very breathable. Gives you a little bit of warmth, but not too much. And yeah, I don't even have to size up for my arms, so very good. Yeah, you get this cleavage situation. I'm just adjusting a little bit, and then you have this long tie that you saw, you know. And yeah, one of the things comes through this hole, right? That's how wrap tops work, and the other one has the little loop on the side. So, I mean, that's just a normal wrap top for you. I felt the yellow matched quite well with the yellow that we have on the cover. It's not like the brightest yellow. It's a little bit muted, a little bit pastel-y, and that's exactly what this yellow is too. And then we have the leggings. It was really, really hard to find a good color there, but these Goldenpoint leggings kind of came the closest out of all the ones that I have in my closet. Now, these are like not like the most compressive. They're definitely very light compression, very, very stretchy. We do have a front seam. I don't feel the front seam at all. It's not very invasive or anything. We do have pockets. Not sure if I would put anything heavy in the pockets, honestly, because it would kind of drag the leggings down a little bit because they have such low compression. And lengthwise, we actually do have like a good 7/8 length here on me, which is nice. Yeah, the pockets, for a second I was a little confused because the pockets kind of go this way. A lot of times you will see them go this way. So I was like, did I put the leggings on inside the other way around, right? But no, there's a tag there. They also do have a little elastic here in the back, which I actually do appreciate. So you don't have it in the front. There's no top seam here in the front, but there is a little bit of an elastic here to make sure that things stay in place in the back. And I really appreciate that. Seams in the back all sit nice and high, nothing too wild though. And overall, I mean, these are just very comfy. I would not wear these for a HIIT workout. I wouldn't wear these for running, but definitely for lounging, for doing light activity like some yoga, some Pilates. I think these would be perfect. And they were also not that expensive. But yeah, kind of the best matching color. It's really hard to find like this kind of bluish, purplish color. And I was trying my best. I hope you feel like I did. I hope you feel I succeeded. I think I did. I'm actually quite happy with this outfit and the cover. The little peak of pink here, and then the yellow and kind of the bluish purple dominating. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let's move on. Next up, we do have a collection of short stories, but the collection is called Cursed Bunny. And this is by Bora Chung, translated by Anton Her. Now, I've seen this around a few times now, and I've kind of been, been interested because it has a little rabbit on the cover. It's called Cursed Bunny. And I was like, ooh, this sounds interesting. And again, same trip to Sweden. So if you watched that video, you might have already seen this book. My boyfriend was like, oh, take this one from the other bookstore. So this is what I did. And coincidentally, it's also a little spooky. So like I said, it's a collection of short stories. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 stories in here. And there's some stories that are more body horror. Some are have ghosts in them. Some are like dark fairy tales. So there is, a selection of a few things. Some are also really short, like 20, 30 pages. There was one that was a little bit longer. And honestly, not 100% mine. I gave it 3 stars because I've read another short story collection this year, and usually short stories are not exactly my jam, but I did read another one earlier this year, and I always wanted more from the stories. I wanted them to continue because I was so interested in like they were a story in itself, but I always wanted to kind of more. Whereas here I was like, okay, yeah, fine. So I didn't have that same feeling. The short story collection I read earlier this year was one from Ted Chung? I forgot. Anyway, like he's like a really good sci-fi writer. So in here you also do have a little bit of sci-fi, like I said, a little bit of body horror, like a little bit of different things. But yeah, it wasn't 100% for me. It was interesting. And I also, like, it took me 2 days to go through this, right? It's not a long book. It's like 250 pages. And I'm not mad that I read it. And I love the cover. Like, look at this. I like the colors, also purple again. And then we have this rabbit in like more red tones. But then in the back, we have this hand and some some pills and a ring and like this more like teal tone. So that's actually quite nice. This one was also shortlisted for the 2022 International Booker Prize, in case you care about these types of things. Some people do. But yeah, this is Cursed Bunny. And for Cursed Bunny, we also have 3 pieces today. So here is my pick for my outfit. So we have, obviously this is more for the back, this is more for the front, and this is for the whole book, right? So I figured that would be kind of fun. Let's talk about the pieces. So first up, I do have the Form Seamless Sports Bra from Buffbunny collection here. This is a seamless sports bra. I don't have a ton of their seamless items because I prefer the non-seamless items a little bit more, but I tried this one and this color is gorgeous. It's like a nice teal. I always forget if this is the Aqua Dream or the Airhead Aqua color. Their names are similar, but you'll find the info on the screen because when I look things up, right, it always helps me a little bit. Anyway, you can see that here. Oh my God, the sun is coming around. I need to hurry up. But yeah, so you can see that here. Beautiful, beautiful teal, kind of matches the back cover here. And this one is made from 57% nylon, 35% polyester, and 8% spandex. So this is the sports bra. It's reversible, so you can wear it like this to the front or like this to the front, depending on what you want. Today we're picking this, but yeah, different options. We have some ruching here, and definitely lower neck and this kind of V. But in the back, we do have a high coverage. We do have this peekaboo little hole and good type of coverage too, and a ribbed band here as well, and some seam detailing. Yeah. You can also move the cup pads around. So just because you're picking this side over this side or the other way around, you can still move the cup pads around, which is also great. And this is our sports bra. Let me just see if I can move this around a little bit too. I'm not sure if that did anything. But yeah, this is our sports bra. And then I also did pick another top for the front, like I mentioned. The front cover, let me just zip up this jacket because it is a little jacket. And this is the Performance Ribbed, or Performance Cardigan from Eamon. So another Eamon piece, another Eamon long sleeve piece actually in the cherry color that they recently launched. And I like their ribbed performance material. It's super performance-y. It is cool to the touch. It has this ribbed texture. I always like good ribbed texture. And I don't know, I just like the piece. I also do have the leggings and everything. I would like to link it again here, but like I've already, I think, gone through all the cards I can add. So yeah, you'll have to find it by yourself, but go check it out. This material is made from 80% polyamide and 20% elastane. We have this double zipper, and you have the lower scoop neckline here. No thumb holes on the sleeves, but that's perfectly fine for me. And it's a crop length, which I like. I think that works well for me. And yeah, that's our little jacket. Like I said, I picked this because I figured it works well with the front cover. And then the leggings. I already knew that these would be the ones that would match the best. And I think they do match quite well. So these leggings are in the color Party Purple from Buffbunny collection. These are the Airbrush laser cut leggings or something similar. And they launched, was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it must have been last year. And they do have like this really tight bonded waistband. So getting that over your butt is a little bit tricky. That's why I got these in a medium. And also usually performance leggings from Buffbunny collection, I'll try to get in a medium. The fabric is Airbrush fabric. It's 75% nylon and 25% spandex, not very squat proof. And it does have like these really cool laser cut details. So it's really, I like that one. I like the details, the laser cut ones. So you can see that across the calf, across the shin. Then it starts up here, so it starts super high, so be careful with what underwear you're wearing. It starts very high and then goes across the thighs here and under the glutes here too. So it's like kind of a nice glute contour without giving compression under the glutes. It just looks cute. And then we also have this nice V here. You do have some seams in the back here as well, just you know, for cinching in the waist. No front seam, otherwise no top seam needed with this bonded waistband. And that is that. Yes. So, not sure how these colors go together, but individually it works. And it matches the book for sure. I think at least. Let's see it on. Here we go with my outfit for Cursed Bunny. So the colors of the cover are dominating here. The party purple. I think it's very close, although I don't think, you know, party is really what you should be doing a lot of times in this book. So, like, you know, the book is not something that makes you want to party, is what I'm trying to say. And then we do have the cherry color here from Eamon. That kind of is some of the colors here in that bunny on the cover. And then, of course, the little peak of that more teal color because of the back. But yeah, it's just a little peek, right? Because first thing you see is this, and then you look a little bit closer and you're like, oh, nice color combo. And then you got this one. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I hope, you know, that kind of makes sense to you. I'm not sure how I feel about these colors together, but this works and this works. So, and that's kind of, you know, what this cover is also showing us. Because you'd never see this color or these colors and these colors together, right? Because they're kind of separated. But let's talk about the sports bra first again. I will take off the jacket for a second. Although, you know, I think for the outfit, again, like the whole thing is the outfit. But let me do that. Okay, now we can take a closer look at the Form Seamless Sports Bra. I might have mentioned that it is reversible. I'm not going to show you the other side because that's not the point today. And the other side would definitely peeked out of the jacket a little bit more, so I didn't want that. But if you're curious to see how it looks the other way around, where the cup pads actually fit a little bit better, I can link that video up here unless I have already done so. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to remember, you know, what you do when you're sitting down and talking or what you do when you're doing the tryouts. Anyway, I do love the color. It is Airhead Aqua, I believe, in the seamless fabric. It could have a little bit more lift. I actually do think I sized down to an extra small already for this one. So yeah, definitely for a lot of seamless sports bras for Buffbunny collection, size down, especially if you have a smaller chest, which I do. But on this side, we do have a deeper cleavage here. You do have the ruching detail, and then there's like this V. There's also a seam. I always like this kind of V shape because I feel like it accentuates in a positive way, it accentuates the tummy area. And we do have thicker straps. And then the other side, which again, you could also wear to the front for a little bit more coverage, is this part. So that one does have a little peekaboo hole there, and you can see that you all have more coverage. You also have this ribbed band here. And then the seam at the bottom that we had in the front kind of ends here on the side already. So here it's really just a ribbed band, not the seam, but there's still some seam detailing going on. Support-wise, definitely just a light support, too much jiggling. This is a lower coverage, but of course, if you turn it around, you do have more coverage. It's a little bit more secure because of that, but still not more support because the fabric is just very, very stretchy, very soft. And a lot of times if you have a very stretchy, low compression fabric, which this one is, you do not get a lot of support because where's the support supposed to come from? It's just not there. Good type of coverage, by the way. And yeah, I love the color. I love the color in combination with Party Purple. I believe these two colors did launch in the same launch eventually or at some point. Maybe that's not Party Purple? Was this like Aqua Dream? Because Aqua Dream and Party Purple launched at the same time. So maybe this is Aqua Dream. Anyway, you'll already know because I put the information on the screen. But these two colors together are a great combo. Initially, I thought I should use there's like this fashion print, and I do have that in like this kind of turquoise color. It also has Party Purple on it, a little bit of pink. I felt like I should use that one. I was like, no, maybe this is better. It's a little bit cleaner. So this is what I went with. And now let's put on the jacket again. And yeah, so this is a nice kind of deep red, but it's not a warm red, like, right? This is more of a cool toned dark red, kind of leaning a little bit purple, which is why probably this works well with the Party Purple. And you have two zippers on this jacket, so you could show off a little bit of stuff. You don't have to. It is a round neckline, wide round neckline, so you definitely have a lot of space up top here. You can wear it like this. The zipper also does lock. You can also wear it Oh, like this, for example, if you want to show off a little bit of the tummy. So this is why you have the 2 zippers, right? You can do whatever you want. And let's just leave it like this for now, shall we? This is a size small. Again, lots of space here in the arms, so no need to size up for the arms or for the back. There's lots of stretch, which is really nice, and this is a cool to the touch ribbed fabric. It does have more compression than the Form Seamless fabric that we have underneath on the sports bra. Definitely sweat wicking, performance fabric. So it's a ribbed fabric, but it is a performance ribbed fabric. And I also do like the matching leggings. They have also matching sports bras, crop tops. And I love this fabric. It's really good. If you're getting really sweaty and stuff, this is top-notch fabric for that. And again, like very lightweight too. But yeah, just a nice shape of the jacket. And in the back, it's just very, very normal. We do have a silicone tone and tone Amen logo, so you probably won't be able to see it right now, but it's there. And then we can move on to our leggings. So these are, I already forgot what the leggings are called. The Airbrush lit laser cut leggings. Or Airbrush lit laser leggings or something like that. Because they changed the names, because they changed fabrics. This is one of the newer versions in the Airbrush fabric. This band is tight, but once you have that over your hips, your butt, your thighs, you're good. I usually do wear a lot of size smalls in Buffbunny collection, but not for this one because of the tight band, because it needs to go over this part. And this was a perfect fit. Fabric is very cool to the touch as well. It's very sleek, not very squat proof. I want to point that out. It is not squat proof at all, which is kind of a shame. The color is gorgeous, and then we do have all this laser cut detailing that you can see. So starting here, there's actually also, it goes all the way through to your skin, even in the double line waistband, going all the way here. And then you can see it's like really going here. It's going down your leg across your thighs. I hope you can see that. And it's kind of important, you know, what kind of underwear you're wearing. Currently wearing nude, so it's not as obvious, but you can probably tell that this is a little bit lighter than this. So it's kind of need to see, because there's the holes in the waistband as well, so you can't even hide the underwear by pulling it up higher, but I would recommend to wear underwear because of how see-through this is, right? So just make sure you're wearing the right color underwear. And then you have, just this going down here as well. We do have a V for the glutes. We also do have nice high seams here in the back. And overall, I mean, I love the idea of the laser cut leggings. I do think I preferred the old version that they did in their other performance fabric that a lot of people are waiting to see if it's going to come back because people loved it. But I just like the style of it, because it's, of course, you need to be careful with the holes anywhere if you have long fingernails or anything, right? But like, it's just cute. I don't know. I like it. Lengthwise, these are a little bit shorter than a 7/8 length on me. And yeah, definitely more of a performance legging, more compression. And this is, where did I put the book? Why did I put it on the ground? But there we go. This is my outfit for the book Cursed Bunny. Let me know what you think. I think I nailed it, but yeah, I'm still happy to hear your opinions. Let's move on. Okay, let's wrap this up before I completely disappear because the sun is completely, washing me out. I have one last book. I haven't actually finished the book yet, which is kind of why I wanted to wait with filming this talking part until then. A little peek of the book. But timing-wise, this just makes more sense to film it right now. I really tried to get everything read before, but I also wanted to read the things in the spooky season, so yeah. Anyway, this is We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad. I never know how to say her last name. She's a Canadian author. This is book 2. So it's basically a follow-up to her book Bunny. You see, like we have an animal theme today. There was a cat on the first cover, and there's also a cat actually in that book that plays a role. We did have Cursed Bunny, and now we have We Love You Bunny. And yeah, it's just animal themed. So this one, I'm not sure if it like qualifies as horror, but there's definitely like there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There was like some axe heaving and stuff in the first book, and some ghosts, kind of potential ghosts in the first book. So I feel like, this is kind of probably having the same vibe. And I feel like that's kind of, like I said, I'm not too much into spooky things, but this is kind of the vibe I can go for. I loved Bunny. I gave it 5 stars. I was like, I have no idea what was happening, but like, wow, what? And I kind of love all her books. There's still one more I need to read, but I have it in my bookshelf. It is called All Is Well, but I did read all of her other ones, and I love them all. So yeah, of course I had to get this one. It came out in September, which is why this is a big, or end of September actually, so like 3 weeks ago for me, which is also why this is a big paperback. I did pre-order this because I needed it. And yeah, so in Bunny we got to know Samantha, and she was in this, she was studying literature at a university. Like she was in this like fiction group, and there were some girls that were just weird, and they were calling each other Bunny, and then she kind of got wrapped in with them, and there was a lot of weird things happening. And this is, just a continuation. So far, I haven't gotten in very far yet, but it's starting off promising. So let's see. If I finish it by the time I'm editing this video, I can tell you how I liked it and how many stars I gave it. I can just put the information here. Or maybe I should actually put it here because it's so white. It's going to be nice and easy to put some black writing on there. So I'll put the information here. Anyway, so I will see if I can find my bunny ears. I could not find them right now because I do have some bunny ears. I think they would be perfect for this. But otherwise, we only have 2 pieces because the bunny ears will be the 3rd piece. And we got these pieces too. Oh my God, this is so shiny right now because of the sun. Yeah, because in the background, I don't know if you can tell, but like there's just like blue roses, like dark blue roses, and we have lots of pink here and lots of pink here. So yeah, there we go. And I figured we have our little sports bra. This one is in the Mood Ring holographic colorway. And this is the Rosa Sports Bra V2 from Buffbunny collection. And look at how holographic it is, how shiny. This one is a classic, except for the V2 part, so usually it's in a different fabric. And scoop neckline, long lined, removable cup pads, good side boob coverage, thicker straps, like crisscross in the back. And that's kind of it, honestly. Medium to high support usually, which is also why a lot of people like it, because it's just very supportive while still looking cute. Yeah, that's our sports bra. Oops, that was fast too. And then my all-time favorite leggings, maybe not in the pink, but I also love the pink. This is Candy Crush Pink, and these are the Legacy leggings from Buffbunny collection. From their super soft, double brushed Newbury fabric. No front seam, no top seam. We have a side seam detail. Side seam goes down and then splits up into 2 seams and goes all the way down. Usually 7/8 length on me, and then the highlight of these leggings is the triple seam glute detailing here in the back. Super flattering, keeps things up nice and tucked in also around the waist, which I love and just looks good. And that is it. I don't know. There's not much else to say about this. So yeah, from the front, the blue is a little bit more prominent. And at first I was like, oh, I should take these leggings. And I was like, no. Look, all this pink, it's going to be pink leggings. And this as the sports bra. But I feel like even though it's only 2 pieces right now, I feel like this actually really is kind of the main colors of this cover. And I feel like I nailed it once more. So let's hope I can find those bunny ears. But yeah, let's see it on. Okay, and now we get to We Love You Bunny with, its iconic bunny mask cover. Why do I say iconic? I don't know, I just find it iconic. Yeah, I'm very, very sad to report I did not find my bunny ears. So sad. But I haven't seen them since the move, so I'm pretty sure they're somewhere, and I hope I'll be able to find them eventually. There's not that many more things to unpack, but it's also possible I've already unpacked them and I just don't know where I put them. Anyway, just imagine I'm wearing big white bunny ears with this, because I feel like that's kind of what's needed to complete the outfit. So, maybe I can just pause this video for a second and put bunny ears on me. I don't know if I can do it, but let's just see. And now we can move on. But yes, I like big white plushy bunny ears. Anyway, so of course the front cover does have like these dark blue roses, and I really tried to find like kind of the shade of blue, and I did not succeed. So I felt like this kind of comes the closest. This mood ring holographic. And of course it's kind of like the main background color of the cover, but I still went with pink because the pink is everywhere. The back is pure pink, so this is why we're going with pink for the leggings and the mood ring holographic for the sports bra. And I don't know, I just felt like those are like definitely the two most like striking colors of the cover. And like I said, the bunny ears would have been the third piece, but we don't have that. The other two outfits had 3 pieces, but just imagine the bunny ears are the third piece, okay? Anyway, let's talk about the pieces. So we do have the Rosa sports bra, V2 though, because it's a different fabric. But yeah, definitely performance-y instead of normal brushed fabric that they usually do for the Rosa sports bra. Scoop neckline. This one is definitely tight, so it gives me a lift. Look at that cleavage. I don't have a big chest, but look at this. We do have good side boob coverage, thicker straps, and then you have a band under the chest. Removable cup pads, and yeah, it's definitely long line sports bra. You still see a little bit of skin for me here with my ultra high waisted leggings and the sports bra, but I also do have a long torso. Support wise, I am locked in. This is a high support for me for sure. The normal Rosa sports bra is like medium to high support, but this one is definitely high support. And then in the bag, we do have the straps splitting up into 2 straps and just crisscrossing, which is just a good classic, right? Buffbunny collection logo. And yeah, not much else to say about this. It's like, yeah, it's a classic for a reason. It is good support. It still looks cute. Fits also people with bigger chests. So yeah, they haven't done it in a while though. They have done one that was like a short line version of it like this, but I feel like people didn't like that one as much because the support was a little bit lacking, if I remember correctly. But yeah, they haven't done this one in a while. And then moving on to my all-time favorite, legacy leggings. I don't know if I need to say a lot more because a lot of you, or if you're new here, then you might have not heard too much about them. But if you're not, then you will have seen me review also this particular pair quite a lot of times in this pink color. But yeah, legacy leggings are ultra high waist, so we do not have a top seam, we do not have a front seam. There's a side seam detail. Seam goes down, splits just a hand width above your knee into 2 seams, and then goes all the way down, 7/8 length on me. And then highlight of the whole thing, for me at least, triple seam glue detailing. I always find that one so flattering. I love that. It's one of my favorite details, I don't know, details, I guess, on leggings. And it just kind of like gives your butt a nice lift without having to have a scrunch or anything. Now, this particular pair is from a time when they were not very compressive. So this is very low compression, but in general, the leggings will have medium compression or medium to high, depending on if you're in between sizes. I prefer to size down, so I get a higher compression. But if you do prefer to size up, you probably will go to light to medium compression. But yeah, for like the time period that these came from, and it sounds like I'm a historian now talking about time periods of leggings, whatever. But like 2023, 2024, basically in that time period, in those 2 years, they were just like lacking compression. And sometimes that's nice, you know. I also appreciate that when I do a lot of squat tests, because the more I squat, the more I sweat, and the harder it is to get the higher compression leggings on. But like generally, I do prefer my leggings with a little bit more compression. But yeah, otherwise comfy, double brushed fabric, the Newbury fabric, And I like how ultra high waisted they are. A lot of people don't like this. We are also trending more towards mid-rise again, and low-rise, which I personally hate. I don't want this in my leggings specifically. I also don't want that in my jeans, but you know, even less in leggings. So I hope they do not change anything about these, because they've changed quite a lot of things about pieces in the recent past. So, whoops, the camera was trying to cut me off there. And I sometimes do refilm the entire try on part, but I was nearly done. So you know what? It's okay. My camera has been doing this more and more recently. Stay put, please. I'm also sure, like, I don't think it's the camera itself. It's like because I use a battery, but like a kind of like a battery that's plugged into an outlet, because otherwise, like, I can only film for like half an hour at a time, basically. And like where you put it in, right, there's a cable that's coming out, and sometimes the little lid, if that comes undone, the camera turns off. And it just keeps doing that more and more frequently now. I think I need to like use a little bit of painter's tape or something to like secure it when I'm filming. Maybe that's the solution. But anyway, I was nearly done with this, so I hope you don't mind me having gotten cut off. Let me know if you do, because then I'll just refilm the whole thing next time this happens. But yes, this is my outfit for We Love You Bunny. I hope you like it. This is definitely one of the more simpler ones, but like I said, just imagine the bunny ears on my head right now, because that would match, right? But otherwise, I think the colors are there. The idea is there. The bunny ears are there in spirit. And that's all we need. Let's move on. All right, it's conclusion time. And I know the sun is like, whoa, I'm here. And that's really good. I mean, honestly, we don't see it that often anymore now that that winter is coming. So I'm happy. And like I said, I'll go outside and do some yard work right after this. Have to put some little tulips and stuff like the bulbs in the ground before it actually freezes. So I can have nice flowers in the spring. And yeah. So anyway, like, you know, you still want a conclusion. Oh my God, it's always so hard to pick up piles of clothes and books, but here we go. This is our pile of books and activewear. Very colorful, I might say. Doesn't look that spooky, right? I hope you enjoyed it though. And let me know which outfit was your favorite. Let me know if you've ever heard of any of the books before, if you've read one of the books before, or if you're going to read one of the books. And like I said, let me know which outfit was your favorite, which piece, whatever. If you have any feedback, any suggestions, anything you want to get off your chest, drop a comment down below. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I know I've been not very responsive recently, but yeah, life has been so busy. And I think it's going to slow down a little bit now with November coming. But yeah, one can hope. Maybe a little bit of rest and relaxation would be great. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel so you get notified. Why am I doing this? Subscribe to my channel so you get notified about all the new videos that are coming out. I think subscribing would be this, right? You can also follow me on Instagram, see some of the pieces in action there, maybe eventually at some point. You can also DM me there, but I'm more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. So if there's ever anything you want me to see, you want me to respond to, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you have any feedback, any suggestions, anything, you can drop a comment down below. If you want to see what I'm reading, if you want to follow along with that, I do have links to my Goodreads and my Storygraph profile down in the description box. And yeah, you can be friends. You can just follow along, whatever you want. And yeah, otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.